Today we are in navigation, sailing towards Muscat in Oman. I'm working on the cruise ship Costa Smeralda, and now we are almost at the end of the repositioning of the ship from Europe to Dubai. I'm working at reception, and today it was very quiet at work, so there was a lot of time just to chat and relax, and in the free time I focused on improving my Italian, as I do a lot lately. Today in the crew mess we had a Sunday buffet, which is super cool and which I really like. The crew mess has already been decorated for the new year, so now we have a pretty Christmas tree here. When I came, it was quite crowded. Even though there is always a lot of food in the mess, with time you get kind of bored of having the same things over and over again, and for the Sunday buffet they cook some special dishes. There is an additional area in the mess with more food options, and they also make French fries only on Sundays. Otherwise, if you want some fast food, you can find it in the guests area, but there you have to pay. So we have such buffet every Sunday. There are nice decorations made from different fruits shaped into colorful flowers and birds. For Sunday buffet, very often there are shrimps or very nice fried crab sticks, some steaks, maybe seafood salad and some Asian food, cool noodles or special rice dishes. There is also mozzarella cheese, which is super tasty. They bake big cakes for the Sunday buffet and they are quite good. I took one of my favorite things, like a pierogi with mushrooms and cheese, also a specialty of Sunday buffet. Then I got some meat, cucumber, mozzarella and some cake. As I usually do, I checked today's daily program of the ship. I saw that there is a new acrobatic show this evening. It's a group of street artists from Spain. So during my evening break, I went to the San Remo Theatre to watch the show. As always, before the start of the program, they made a live stream from a shop, this time promoting some jewelry.
Signori e signori, stasera mi trovo al Ponte Secco, troverete sicuramente il regalo di Natale ideale.
It was so long ago that people no longer remember. Initially, there was only darkness. The light manifested itself from the depth of infinite space. At the center of all, this was the law. Law had the stuff called solitude, which allowed creating boundaries for all that exists. Contrary to law, there was cunning. All corners of the universe, and unfortunately didn't always have time to go where each was needed.
So now we are doing crossing around Africa that altogether will last more than a month, and we are almost at the end of it. In 3 days we will arrive in Oman, and then we will do Dubai season for 2.5 months. Many of our guests are coming with us all the way from Europe, and we need to make the entertainment program for them interesting and diverse. We cannot show the same shows twice, So during the crossing, for some short periods of time, we embarked a lot of interport artists to have different show programs. And I try to come and watch all of them if I have time. It's another sea day today. It's the 4th sea day in a row, but we got used to being in navigation for a long time, as during the crossing we had a lot of sea days and very few ports. And today we are crossing Equator again. Before we did it, when we were on the other side of the African continent, on our way from Tenerife to Namibia on the 27th of November. And today we are crossing it again on the other side. And tonight we have a crew party celebrating the passage of the equator. For this crew party, the dress code was tropical. Of course you can wear whatever you want, but it's still cool to follow it if possible, and I happen to have like a tropical shirt. The party was in the guest area on deck 17, on the open deck, and it's in another part of the ship. My cabin is in the front, and that area, called the Lido Caracalla, is at the back of the ship. So I took the crew elevator to deck 3, where we have a long crew corridor along the whole ship. I walked towards the back of the ship there and took another crew elevator to go upstairs, because we are not normally supposed to walk in our personal clothes in the guest areas. People were getting drinks in the bar. The alcohol for crew members is quite cheap on board. I arrived at the party at 12:30 because I finished my shift at midnight today, so it was already very crowded. The atmosphere was nice. People were taking photos, dancing and having fun. Such parties in the guest area always feel cooler than the ones in the crew bar, and usually they are organized once in 2 weeks. Crew members on board the ship usually work very long hours without any days off, except just a few positions. So we work hard, but we also know how to have a good time and enjoy our life. And after the party is over, many crew members like staying up till late, chatting, or go to the open crew area or some cabin for an auto party. But there is another story.